This is Friday afternoon, and we're back onto musings on the mind of our the hero of Canberra and the coastal region, and Batemans Bay and Canberra's hero, Roger Markby. Now, remember that in his mind as a martyr, Freemason accredited identifier of martyrs and martyring people to psych wards, his story, you have, as we've ad nauseum already mentioned, the Jesus story. The fallacious collation of all four Gospels of the Jesus story are his metric for how he has this wise insight into the characters of the martyr. But in the modern day context, he hasn't had much trouble saying this. I made a caricature some time ago where I photoshopped the Queen's hair onto Roger. It was to mock this rule of thumb of his, where he thinks that he thinks there's a proportionate connection that subsists between one's regard for the present Queen and that of the ins and outs of them and their own mother. And now, so we collating those two basic facts, there's a convenience that appears before Roger's little operation, and that is, well, if the Queen is some sort of metric for the relationship between an identified prospective martyr and the relationship between their mother, and even if we give him give him the status of a biblical harmonist who's somehow able to collate all four Gospels together, you do have that in absolutely none of the four Gospels is any mention of the Queen to King Herod. So Roger's using the Jesus story to help him catch martyrs now, without the license, without display of license, and on the basis of a story. And he's playing by a rule book where the Queen now, Queen Elizabeth II, whatever you say about her, if you say you don't like her queefs, it may mean you don't or do like your own mother's queefs. Who knows how he figures out all the intricate math work, but there's no mention whatsoever of the Queen to King Herod in Roger's favorite textbook story of martyrdom. So what that tells me is that there can't be any converse statements made in relation to Roger's judgments of a martyr involving the Queen's role in the Jesus story and the way that he uses it. He's got he's got a get out of jail free card. No, he won't touch a single page of a mention of the Queen to King Herod. He won't touch or fold a page that mentions the folds of the Queen to King Herod. A page about the Queen to King Herod. What? So I've lost my train of thought. So yeah, the rule book that he works from when establishing and defining and describing a martyr, and there's just no queen around. I think he likes that she's hidden in the biblical story, in the biblical narrative. The queen is altogether hidden, which means any of Roger's judgments made while he does his martyring, they won't involve a queen. He gets in his own terms, like a get out of jail free card. He prefers her hidden. And if God, in his mind, I think, was to ever punish him get angry at him for whatever went on with Roger and Roger's mum, the devil can always, devil's advocate, cross-reference, cross-address him and negotiate God in any direction. So become a Freemason, he says.